Brad with BEM Team Racing. Welcome to the garage. I finally cleaned it up enough that I can start doing a little recording out here. But as you can tell, I don't have any cars in here at the current moment. Yeah, family vehicles take precedence first. My Super Duty decided to stop Super Dutying. Thank you, Cam Phases on a 5.4. But yeah, I got to focus on that first. But this is the in shot of the garage. Once I get back on getting race cars in and fixed up and whatnot and built, we're going to be bringing coverage to you from here. As you can see behind me, these runways, this is the most redneck lift you will ever see in your life. This is actually made out of two hydraulic jacks out of a 4-post lift. Anyone who knows what that is knows what I'm talking about. Turn them sideways, extend the arms out, piped them on the same airline together. I have a 12,000-pound lift sitting on my garage. I will not put 12,000 pounds in here because this is a wood floor garage, but it's more than enough to get race cars off the ground to work on, which is very convenient. Because in my old age, trying to work on the ground gets a lot harder these days. And with being a mechanic on top of that, yeah, I feel my age some days. But anyway, this is what you guys will be seeing once we start getting the race cars in here and start working on them again. We definitely have cars that we're going to have to go through and get built and whatnot. So today I'm going to go and just actually talk about the cars that we do have. They're all sitting outside, so I'm going to do video on that so you guys can actually see the race cars that we've been running for the past, well, some past couple seasons. We've also got one that's going to be in process of being built, so I'll be able to explain that one more to you. I know you guys have seen a lot of clips in the shorts of what we have coming up and whatnot. So I want to just take this opportunity to actually show you what we do have for cars. On another note, August 1st, we'll be back at Unity Raceway. We will be on pit side looking to talk with drivers, get some action on the races. Also, the memory of Leland McKinney, who tragically lost his life unexpectedly. They are going to be remembering him at the races coming up. So we'll be there to talk with a lot of you guys in the pits and enjoy some good racing that night. So I think hopefully this little bit of sprinkle is cleared up out there. We're going to go out and talk about the cars we got. So this is going to be Spud's new car in the upcoming season. Well, next season. It's an Acura Integra that we picked up. Already got it all stripped out. We got to get a cage, seat, and fuel tank into it. But it'll be a good car. It'll be a lot better than the Cobalt he had. That poor thing had to be retired, unfortunately. It was so rotted out in the center. There was not enough steel to try and keep that thing band-aided together for another year. So we'll call it an upgrade for him. But we figured this little Integra will be a good car. It'll be fast. Can't wait to see what it does once we get it all together and get some laps turned on this thing and see how it does. But yeah, I'll let you guys know now. The color is not staying red because for Spud being Spud, and we hear it enough when the potato's not in his mouth, it's got to be orange. For everyone that was a supporter of this car in its first season. Everyone knows this car very well because this was Dom's starter car at Get Her Done last season. Once we were able to get his car put together, get him out on the track with his own vehicle, just to get him out of his mother's Tercel. Dom went through his rookie season with this car. Had an amazing run with it. He started with the teens, but moved up quick to start racing with the Warrior class. Like I said, we thank so many people that helped Dom in the beginning, getting him used to being out there running on the track, to the people that helped sponsor the parts to make this race car raceable on the track for him. And I tell you what, it was a good starter car for him. Got him through his rookie season. If you can't tell by all the fender dents on this thing, yeah, this car saw some action. It saw a lot of crunches. Bumper cover's gone to the front. Don't talk about the rear bumper cover because that's pretty much gone. But Robin's definitely racing, and this car can definitely tell you that much. Again, we thank Von Pierce for sponsoring the 4-point cage in this car. We thank CC for sponsoring a second set of rims, so he had plenty of spares to go. MRT for the belts that they sponsored him. Been an amazing car. Most likely he may not be driving this car next season. More to come on that as things develop. We were hoping to race this year. Ultimately didn't happen. We may be changing directions, so stay tuned on that one. Once we have all the details in, I'll make an announcement on change of plans and whatnot. But yeah, again, good starter car. It got him to start the season. He was happy with it. But it's a big car, that's for sure. And he'll even tell you, this thing was a big car to move around. When he lost the power steering, this little kid, with his arms, was doing everything he can to wheel this thing with no power steering around the track. But you know what? I give him credit because he was able to do it. He ran this thing with no power steering pump and still made it around that track. Pretty good. I got no complaints, man. Kid definitely is. He's an impressive race car driver for his up and coming, next season. Now that he's gotten his rookie year out of the way, so we'll see what next year brings for him. When BEM got back into racing, the only thing on her mind had to be a Tercel. She used to race a Tercel years and years ago when she was racing with Spud. And when she wanted to get back into it, Tercel was the first thing on her mind. We picked up this little car down south, got it stripped out, caged it, and I tell you what, didn't realize this thing was running on 3 cylinders when we first got it. Never ran right, but didn't think much of it when we got it on the track. It was still winning trophies, top 3s, not a problem. And it finally came down to we had to find out what was going on because something was not right, though. Well, long story short, the 3 cylinders, it had a burned out valve. Thankfully, that's all it was. We threw a new valve in it, threw it back together, and this little car, I tell you what, it'll still wheel itself around the track like nothing. Last year, get her done, Bam and Dom both. They were switching off back and forth between him running teens, her running ladies with this car. They whipped this thing right around that little track and not have a single problem. I will mention Spud drove it once, and he had a little incident. It was either hit the back of me or take the wall. Well, unfortunately, he took the wall, ended up bending a control arm and an axle in it. So we don't let Spud touch pretty cars anymore. Yeah, I'm just picking on you, Spud. You know that. But yeah, this little Tercel, I tell you right now, it's a good little car. It's had so much fun on the track, and hopefully we'll see what it does next season if it goes back out there. Because I know this little car has still got some races left in it, that's for sure, because Bam ain't ready to give up her car yet. She loves this thing right to death. Fun little machine. We'll go right back to it, make sure it's going to be ready to race for another season. Oh, the bane of my existence. This Civic. This is my first race car. I am still to this day not ready to give this thing up. I can tell you right now, I bought this, got some races with it, blew a motor. Okay, it happens. I will say this much. Mosquitoes are a nightmare. This car right here, I got I think it was my first second place win with this car on 2 cylinders. I say 2 cylinders. I think that was all it was really left at this point. I ended up toasting the lower end of that motor that was in this car. And I sent this thing in second gear, turning over 7,000 RPMs just to keep this thing running. It did it. Died. Started 24 hours later with a heavy knock. I ended up putting a backup motor in it that was just stock. Enough to get me through the season. Built another motor with the help of my buddy Darren Morris. We built the motor, got it back out the following season, and battled nothing but issues. If it wasn't tuning right in the motor, it was handling issues. It was a back and forth. There was no happy medium with this car. Ultimately, ended up sending another bearing, unfortunately. That was very, very expensive damage. So Ended up putting the backup motor back in, trying to finish out the season. Managed to get 9th in points for Unity Raceway in the Fast Fours with it. Tried to get some more races out of it, get her done in Skowhegan. Ultimately, didn't go as planned. It was falling on its face, overheating, too many issues. I finally ended up having to say enough after it had one last good race. I got too tight on the corners, ended up beating the tractor tire twice, and popped the oil pan gasket right over, so it started leaking. Well, ultimately, the motor in this car pulled the oil pan down. We have bearing material starting to come out of it. I said this year, there's 2 options. I'm going to wait until my new motor's built for it, or I'm just going to send the one that's in that and not care if it blows up. Well, the season didn't turn out the way we wanted, so this motor's going to get pulled out. We're going to see what's going on with it, and end up hopefully doing a rebuild and salvage what we can on this one. Hopefully it's just bearing damage beginning and whatnot, but I'm not ready to give up this car yet. I've had 2 seasons with it. I love this car. Hopefully we do more with it next season. But ultimately the goal, we're going to be back at Unity next season. 4 cars running is what we're hoping for. We're going to see what happens. Pan around with a little bit of music montage, show you the insides of these cars. Any one thing about getting into dirt track racing, you can, take some notes, see what we do as far as the cage, the seats, all that stuff and whatnot. It's a fun sport to get into. As long as you have money, sponsors do help though. If anyone is interested in ever sponsoring BEM Team Racing, reach out to us. BEM Team Racing and CVC on Facebook is the best way you can contact us. Would love to have some sponsors, get some more names on these cars. At this point, it'd be for next season at this point. Hopefully soon I'll be doing some more off the dirt. I got some more drivers I know want to come back, talk about how the seasons are going and whatnot. So we'll have more posted on that as it comes. But until then, we'll catch you in the next one.